Hey everybody, this is Brian. Welcome to The Dose. It's so awesome. This whole thing is just gotten more cool, man. We've got the new site. Oh, by the way, I'd love to get some feedback on the new site. It's a new WordPress site. I had to learn what WordPress was and figured that out and put it together on. But it's a new WordPress site, and we're down to doing this like studio style with the microphone going, and we're going to get the podcast thing going here soon. And I just love where this whole thing is going. And you know, it's interesting because when I started out the Daily Dose, this really just kind of began as a coaching tool. I had a team of people that were involved in direct sales. I felt like I needed to get to them at least, once a day. So I formed this little thing. I thought people could kind of like a leadership call or a morning drive call that people could dial in, and it was pre-recorded. They could hear it. But what it's evolved into has been really something much, much cooler. This is a personal development channel now that's reaching thousands, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands. I don't know, because I don't charge for it. There's no, as you know, right? You've not been charged a thing to participate in the Daily Dose, and I think that's awesome because it's something that I've been able to put together, that I've been able to push out, and even though it costs me time and it costs me energy and it costs me research and those kinds of things, it's a gift that I like to present forward, and hopefully I can help people to change their lives and move their lives in better directions and transform areas of their lives for the better and for the positive. And I can do that, I can do that and be able to say that I never charged for it, that I never asked for a membership fee or anything like that, that it was just something that I did because I wanted to help benefit others and give them an avenue to improve their lives. And so we're doing that, man, and it's exciting, and you're a huge part of that, and I really do appreciate it because it's been your constant viewership and being there and the feedback and the comments and those kinds of things. And by the way, you can now make comments directly onto the dailydoseonline.com, which is the daily blogcast. You can go right there and you can drop comments right there on the video blogs every single day. They don't have to be approved anymore. If you put a comment in there, it's going to pop right up, which, dangerous. That could be good or bad, right? But you see, the kind of folks that tune into the Daily Dose, I have no worries because they're the right kinds of people and they're going to leave the right kinds of comments. And so that's why we've gone to this WordPress site, which I absolutely love. I love where this whole thing is going. And it wasn't the development of the Daily Dose into what it is now really didn't begin until I started looking beyond just how can I benefit my sales organization, right? Until I started looking past, like, what can I do to improve my production in my sales organization? It was the long-term thinking of what the Daily Dose could become that really helped it to transform, and it wasn't going anywhere until I did that. In the beginning, I thought I put this little thing together and my team would listen to it once a day and it would increase our production. It did nothing for my production at all whatsoever. And what I realized was that people don't need teaching on how to sell. People know how to sell. And people don't need to be motivated. We're over-motivated, right? If you motivate an idiot, what do you have? You have a motivated idiot. Right? Motivation is not the answer, okay? The answer is to help people develop personally so that they bring more skills to the table, and so they bring more emotional maturity to the table, and so that they bring more likability and attractiveness to the table, so that all these areas of their lives improve. And if we can all begin to do that, begin to develop personally, we begin to see massive changes in our life. And it's that long-term thinking that's helped the Daily Dose to develop. And it's that same long-term thinking that you must have. In any area of your life, the degree to which you can't see past Friday, you're going to fail. Because if you're making short-term decisions on what's good for right now, or what's good for the next couple of days, or what you want for the next couple of days, and you're losing the big picture of where do you need to be in a year or 5 years or 10 years, then what happens is you become like a child, right? Adults make decisions based on the path their lives are going. Children make decisions on what feels good in the moment. Isn't that true? Kids go, I want ice cream. You're like, that'll make you fat. Like, I don't care. I want ice cream. Right? Well, to the degree to which that we can be adults and think past that inner child. All of us have them, right? All of us have the little kid that's throwing the temper tantrum in the toy section of Walmart. Every one of us has that kid inside of us, right? And that kid wants to do whatever feels good in the moment, and that kid wants instant gratification, and that kid wants it right now, and that kid wants, reward without sacrifice, and that kid wants all that, And the kid wants to throw a fit when they don't get it. And all of us have that inner child inside of us that's screaming. What we have to do is we have to allow the more mature, developed adult mind to kind of take over. Shut the child down. right? And teach the child that the reward comes after the sacrifice and et cetera, et cetera. So the degree to which you can overcome your impulse to satisfy that I want it now. I want the shortcut. I want the reward without the sacrifice. That human instinct that's inside of you that says, I want the quick and easy. The degree to which you can overcome that and have long-term thinking and understand that what sacrifices do you need to make today so that, if you live like nobody else does today, you'll live like nobody else does down the road. Does that make sense, right? If you're willing to do the things that nobody else will do today, you can live like nobody else will be able to live in 10 or 15 or 20 years. And that delayed gratification, right, it's not just part of your financial pillar, but it's part of your health and wellness pillar. It's part of your spiritual pillar. It's part of your relationship pillar. It's if you can apply the idea of delayed gratification, the idea of sacrifices made today lead to long-term, significantly greater rewards down the road. If you can apply that principle with long-term thinking, you can begin to transform your life in ways that are unimaginable. So shut the kid down, the little kid, and just run around inside, right, that wants it all easy, and recognize that there is no reward without sacrifice. The only place in the world where you get the reward before you pay is at a restaurant. And that's the dose. Go make it a great week, guys.